do it.
Hey, fans of the Monday Movie Club. This week, Amy picked 48 Hours from 1982,
No, that was last week. We're doing Sinners this week.
which is number 1,262 on the Franken list.
Nice.
I'm Frank Avish. With us always, Joel, who's in some blurry locale he cannot divulge.
I
in the
take my
Batcave.
glasses off. Everything's blurry now.
Mark Woltitz Gardner has the picture up, so I guess he liked this movie. Goldpuck No Cringer, I think you can just leave it off now because he's never coming back. You need to move. Go
I
where
think
you want
if she
to
leaves
leave.
it, we still have hope.
Exactly.
And Annie King in Denver, Colorado.
Well, Longmont, outside of Boulder.
Boulder, Colorado. Okay, AIM. Why 48 Hours? You're a big Eddie Murphy fan.
Yeah, I've always been an Eddie Murphy fan, and I consider this, I mean, it came out when I was 16, so I wasn't a child, but let's say anything 20 and under was my childhood movies. This was one of those movies that I saw. I don't know that I knew Nick Nolte at the time, but oh, did I fall in love with him? I just thought he was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I was already a fan of Eddie Murphy from Saturday Night Live. Right, look how good he looks there. Is that from two?
That's before all the alcohol ravaged his face.
Yeah,
Right,
and the
right.
smoking.
And
And
the drugs.
for whatever reason, I just really loved it at the time, and I saw it
At the
50
time.
times.
Very,
I
very,
don't know if they were fake cigarettes, but I think he smoked about 85% of the
Oh
movie.
my God, it was just nonstop.
And the key phrase in what Amy just said was at the time. Okay, here's the plot.
48.
Renegade cop Jack Cates, played by Nick Nolte, the beautiful Nick Nolte,
Oh my God.
pulls bank robber Reggie Hammond, played by Eddie Murphy, from a federal prison on a 48-hour leave to help him capture Hammond's old partner, Albert Gans, played by James Remar.
Don't know.
He was the Dexter's father on Dexter.
He was Richard on Sex and the City.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have even remembered.
And I heard he's in the Warriors.
Yes.
Ah,
Just since Annie mentioned the Warriors, I just want to say we have now seen, as a group, 2 Walter Hill films and 0 Kubrick movies.
what does that
I'm
do with
just saying.
2026.
Just saying.
what does that have to do with the Warriors?
The Warriors is a Walter Hill film.
Walter
What's the
Hill.
hell?
So is 48 Hours. So is Streets of Fire.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh.
Try and keep up.
So do we have to watch the Warriors soon?
It's a great movie. We should, but it's not on my list for next year. So
But
Come
there
out
is
and
a
play.
There is a Kubrick movie.
for next year, no.
No, okay.
Well, the short guy was in both Commando and Warriors. Forget his name. The short guy, Luther.
Yeah. Patrick David Kelly, David Pelly.
Yeah, he's the one that says
Combination.
Warriors come out and play, right?
Yeah. And his character's
Wow.
name in the Warriors is also Luther.
That's
Oh,
funny.
fun.
I know him from Commando. He was Sully.
There's one of the things I loved about watching this again is seeing how many character actors there are in this movie that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Microwave.
So what about
Nick-
48 Hours?
Nick Nolte is his usual hard ass, no nonsense, extremely cranky self. I think they based it on him. But this is Eddie Murphy's film debut, and it's actually the perfect vehicle for him. 25 minutes into the movie, we hear a woman singing the Police song Roxanne, only to find it's Eddie Murphy singing in falsetto. Very funny. And he is a very fierce, streetwise Reggie, cursing like a motherfucker. And the director is Walter Hill, and he's great at this kind of manly film. That's his genre, if you will. But a lot of the language would never be used today. Very inappropriate. And the club section was so unnecessary. 2 songs by a no-name band. I was like, oh, God. The Busboys, never heard of them. No
But
idea.
one of the songs they were singing, I was just loving it. And I'm usually like this when it's a long song in a movie. I loved it.
Yeah. The whole movie was a little bit too cheesy 80s. And that
Wow.
girl that hooked up with Eddie Murphy, what a slut.
Well, all the women in this
Wendy?
movie.
Oh my God. She's like, I'm not a pro, but and the perfect setup for a sequel. Did they? And they did one, right?
Yeah.
48 hours.
I started watching it today.
And poor Annette O'Toole had nothing to do in this movie.
Oh, she was
Yeah,
terrible.
she was a waste. Yeah.
Yeah, like they filmed her scenes one day and she showed up and that was it.
Annie, are you
And-
drinking blue curacao?
Stop that.
No, it's a blue glass.
Oh,
Fun.
And seeing Jonathan Banks all young and shit.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I have a note that he's also in Beverly Hills Cop in a small role with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, that's right. And then at the end it said Eddie Murphy's suit by Giorgio Armani. You know he kept the suit. Come on. That's all I wrote. This one gets 2.75 stars from me. It wasn't horrible, but hardly a classic. And like I said, some of the language, good Lord, so inappropriate today. So I don't feel it really held up as well. But Mark, you loved it.
I didn't say that.
Well, you have a picture. That picture
Pic-
means 3.5 stars. That's
No,
not
it does not. Stop making up
It,
stuff.
it means 3 at the least.
Yes, and that's what it's getting. So, spoiler alert: 3 stars.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
next.
Next.
And he hasn't had dinner yet. Move on. No, okay.
I seen this several times, but not in decades. I think I was way too young. I was 7 in 1982. I definitely saw this before I was 10, and that was too young for a movie like this. I think I have a specific memory of being scared of Billy with the knife, laughing as I was walking toward Eddie Murphy at the end of the movie. That was like that was scary because I was 9, whatever. So it was much less scary now watching it as a 50-year-old.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, yes. But because it's been so long, I didn't remember a lot of it. So it was kind of like watching it, maybe not the first time, but I thought the two guys had great chemistry, and the movie got better as it went along. In the beginning, it was a little slow, a little eh.
Yeah, it took a long time to get Eddie Murphy into the movie. And the thing I thought about Eddie Murphy too was that he was trying so hard to not be a Saturday Night Live character. So here he could curse and be tough, and
Yeah.
it was almost like he was doing another character because I don't think he's like that. So, but with all
He's
the
trying to act, I guess, for the first time, and yeah, I get it. And Nick Nolte just like manhandling him the whole time was a little bit much until they became buddies. Then I enjoyed it more once that part happened.
I mean, I definitely remember back in 1980, whatever it was, too, seeing the movie and just loving them beating each other up. I thought that was such a great scene.
See, and my next note on it is holy shit, some really bad fight choreography though. That fight, while fun, was horrible, and some of the other fighting too was just I did not enjoy it. And my trivia here, like I said, Jonathan Banks had a small part with Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop, which I liked much better than this movie.
I remember when Beverly Hills Cop came out, it became, which one do you like better? And I was always 48 Hours.
48 Hours. And I was a Beverly Hills Cop guy, which we rewatched it when we watched Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley, which came out like maybe 2 years ago, which wasn't a bad. It was a better sequel than some of the other shit that came out. Anyway, my question is, was this the first buddy cop action comedy movie? No?
No.
There I forget the movie that actually is, but they claim that this was.
Okay. I could say I thought it was. I would have put money down that this was, but
I think they say it is because it was such a big, huge hit. I mean, he wasn't even a cop, but it was, two guys together.
I know. That's true.
Buddy.
And
Tell him to come sit next to you and join us.
And I want to know, did this also start the trend of the black police chief yelling all the time at the tough guy cop?
Terrible.
It was hilarious, but that's been done. And in Lethal Weapon, sure, the guy is white. It's Richard Donner's cousin or brother, whatever it is. But it's like the same thing. It was everything out of his mouth was goddamn.
Yeah.
Which, again, Beverly Hills Cop, it was actually the mayor of Chicago, whatever, played the part, but he was doing the same damn thing. It seemed like it took way more than 48 hours to get the job done, right? Right? Everyone else? And lastly, the crumpled wad of cash in Nick Nolte's pocket reminded me of how Danielle keeps her cash. And just so you know, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I guess it's because I'm an accountant. I don't know. Bills folded going the same way. larger denominations on the outside, going smaller, as in anytime I see somebody pull out like crumpled dollar bills at a time, whether it's a man or that was the scariest part of the movie for me, not Billy with the knife. 3 stars. I did enjoy it, but as Frank said, I don't think I need to rewatch this, at least maybe not for the next 10 years.
Annie, had you seen it before?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I think I just saw it like 2 months ago.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, it was on and
So did
Danny
you
was
watch it
watching.
again today?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. Yeah. Because look, I even like took some notes. So yes,
We're ready
I thought,
for them.
I thought the language would definitely not like when he asked for a squaw. Like I was cracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still inappropriate.
A trim hunt.
And what was it? What's my favorite? No, the high. What did I say to you guys? What did I text? I have a high hard one. I want to give her
Yeah.
the high hard one.
The high
Yeah.
hard one.
I like come on in and experience some of my bullshit. I thought that was funny. And I thought that apartment in Chinatown was huge.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Yeah.
there's no way there's an apartment in Chinatown that big. Danny noticed, like, in the first scene when he had Eddie Murphy in the car and they're driving down one of the streets in San Francisco, he was like, wait a minute, that's Luther in the car, like in the lane, in like the third lane over. As they're driving down and talking, it's Eddie Murphy's car, like all dusty and stuff.
Oh, that's great.
And then he's like, I bet you that scene is going to reappear. And later, when Luther actually got the car and stuff and was driving, it was like that same scene.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Funny.
I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah, no, he noticed it at the very beginning when he had just gotten Eddie Murphy and they're driving down talking like, in San Francisco. He was like, that's Luther in the car over there.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. I think it's great for his first real, movie, but I'm much more of a Beverly Hills Cop person. Me and Mark, So
Always.
I'm going to go 2.75 on this.
I think again the difference being the Beverly Hills Cop is more the funny Eddie
The
Murphy
music, it's definitely fun. Yeah.
Well, there's definitely a difference in him in 48 Hours and in another 48 Hours. He was so much more sure of himself. And of course, got top billing, got the bigger salary. He was so good.
in another 48 hours.
Yeah.
Why didn't you make us watch both of them?
I forgot there was a sequel.
Next
All
year,
right,
it's all
Joel.
sequels. 2
Right.
weeks a week.
Joel, how does this stack up for you? Walter Hill, you like Walter Hill.
I am a big Walter Hill fan. I think that he is a very solid filmmaker.
Underrated, if you will.
To an extent.
I agree with you with him. I've always liked him. I can't name any of his movies, but I mean, except the other one that we saw.
I never heard of him before, but sure, I think he's great.
That's fine. I don't know who he is,
No,
and
I
I don't
definitely
care.
know,
But
yeah.
I'm gonna, and it's a very slick, well-made '80s film, and unfortunately, that dates it at the same time. It's very
Yeah.
much of a time. I think it's a great introduction to the big screen for Eddie Murphy, and I think it works very well. I think they play off each other very well, but at the same time, it's just it doesn't play as well as it might have back in 1980 whatever. So
82. Yeah,
82.
no, I agree completely. And I guess Nick Nolte must have been somewhat of a big thing. I mean, he didn't, but he really wasn't that big a movie star.
No, what
This is probably-
what had he done by
Yeah,
at
what
this
else had he
point? I mean,
done?
aside he'd done Rich Man, Poor Man, and
Yeah.
I'm just looking up. Let's see, this is 82, so he had just come off of Cannery Row, North Dallas 40, The Deep.
But Dallas 40 was a bit of
Yeah,
a
so
hit. He never quite gelled as a movie star.
no, he's had an odd career, honestly, but some decent.
What
He's
was-
always good and interesting.
What was that romantic movie that was famous that he was in?
The Prince of Tides.
Yes, I never saw that, but I know that was big.
It's a good movie.
And he was just in Poker Face.
Yes, he was just in Poker Face.
Poker
I don't
Face.
know what else to say about them. I enjoyed it. I hadn't seen it in at least a decade, if not longer. It probably
Before
will be at least a
82?
decade, if not longer, before I watch it again.
And by a decade, you mean you watched it in 2005?
Yeah, something like that. um,
86.
I didn't sit down to watch the sequel. I had a moment where I was, I don't have the time. I don't care. Let me read about it again real quick just to refresh my memory. Oh yeah, really? The movie was originally like 2 hours and 40 minutes long, and they cut it down to 90 minutes. That makes sense.
Did you in fact have a version of it in the house?
Of the longer cut, it doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
another 48 hours.
I actually do. Yes, I do have a copy of it now.
Okay,
So
I'm not surprised.
going unwatched.
It was on sale, and I just didn't pull it. So,
All right.
there's something else I was going to say, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. I pretty much agree with everybody. I am more of a Beverly Hills Cop fan. Again, having rewatched all three of those before Axel F aired on Netflix, and that was definitely a better film than at least the third one, if not also the second one. So, yeah. So I don't know where I want to go with this. Let's say I don't want to give it a 3, but I don't want to give it a 2.75. So, Frank, pick a
2.89?
number between them.
2.89.
2819.
Accountant, did I get that right? Somewhere in between there?
What was that?
I'm talking to the
Accountant.
accountant. Did I get that right?
Oh, okay.
2.89, somewhere in between there?
2.87.5.
Well, I was close.
2.875. Yeah.
2.8. Got it. Okay. So, Aim, now you revisited this after 20 years. What did you think?
I'm going with 35 years. I don't think I
Wow.
saw this since the 90s.
Oh.
Wow.
So it was
And that was
very
60
new.
years ago.
Yeah, right. It was like 20 years ago.
So this is another one of yours where you used to like it, but you still like it now. You wanted to see.
You saw it probably 10, 15 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Give
whatever.
us a quote.
You know which one I want to say.
Without using the N word.
Oh, then I can't say it.
Oh God. But I'm not your brother. I'm not your.
Oh, I love that one.
Yes.
We're not partners. We're not friends.
Friends,
Brothers. We're not friends.
Yes, I
love
remember.
that.
I remember that line. I remember that Eddie Murphy said it back to him later on.
Yeah, just great.
Yeah.
But I loved right at the beginning when he was leaving his girlfriend's house and he poured the alcohol from his flask into his coffee cup and then he put the coffee cup down and he walked out the door. Like, why didn't he drink it?
I didn't
Oh,
catch
yes.
that.
I
catch
did notice also, like after he handcuffed him and they were driving down the streets, his hand was like out there in the car. And then like the next close-up scene, he was handcuffed again.
And then his right hand was handcuffed to the wheel. So if that was the case, he would have been handcuffed like this until he got out of the car.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about watching old movies, and Joel, I always want to mention this whenever we watch a movie from the 80s and the 90s, is recognizing the people that well, this isn't the Joel part. You didn't know at the time, like Jonathan Banks and Denise
Right.
Crosby. But also, when you're watching the titles and you see names like, of course, Walter Hill and even Roger Spottiswoode
Yep.
was a name that I just remember always seeing. And now it's like, oh, I remember him.
Or even, if you look at the screenwriting credits, the story credits for this, it's Walter Hill, Roger Spottiswoode, and Stephen D'Souza. And Stephen D'Souza, Mark, wrote.
No idea. Stephen D'Souza. I never heard of him.
Yes, you have.
Yes, you have.
He wrote Die Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then also, what's his name? Who was the producer?
Joel
Joel
Silver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was his
Joel.
first. This was Joel Silver's first big.
His first
Big
real
film.
producing, not executive and not associate.
Correct. Yeah.
I noted one note I wrote was just perfect title. Of all the titles they could have come up with this movie, 48 Hours was the perfect title.
Even though it took 54 hours.
Yeah, right. But they could have named it anything. It was a
Yeah.
great title. So many lines came flooding back. Like when Kate said, "Listen, we ain't partners, we ain't brothers, we ain't friends." That was the title. There were so many moments. I remember that. Even when he just goes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. And like I said in the text, punching him in the face, and that brilliant scene of walking into the redneck bar.
Oh, sorry, the one line that we both cracked up. It was, "Tell me a story."
That was cute too. Yeah.
Yes, very cute.
And finally, when the boys brought Luther into the police station and he was being when he was being taken away, the screen got all choppy and pixelated. Like, remember that movie that we watched? Like, we lost 15 minutes of that movie. We lost time, and here every time we did a cut to a transition cut, it was very weird and choppy and like sudden. And then I looked at the time and it was like 1:33 something, and the real movie is 1:37 something. So we lost like 4 minutes. I thought that was interesting.
I didn't.
Neither
Thank
did I.
We sprung. I had $1.50 credit, so we spent $2.29.
Nice.
Woo!
Me too.
Money is no object for us.
If
So
it's
that's all.
if it's anything less than $3.99,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
no object.
Yeah. I lost all my credit. I'm going to, I would maybe give it what Joel gave it, but I'm going to go with 3 for the nostalgia and the previous love. I did not like it nearly as much today, and I don't need to see it again,
Makes sense.
unfortunately. And
Yeah.
I feel like I watched Beverly Hills Cop not that long ago, even though I did not see Axel F.
Ah.
But I think I watched it in anticipation, and I might actually have to
Like Joel
rewatch it
said,
now.
Axel F was a decent
Yeah,
sequel after all
yes,
these years.
fun
I would
movie, yeah.
recommend it. Yeah.
Or Frank
Okay.
at 2:45 in the morning.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week,
Well-
yay!
Move along.
Annie's hungry.
Annie's hungry. I'm tired. You can 48 Hours is not on any of those usual streaming services, so you have to rent it for $2.99,
$3.79
$3.79.
or $2.29 if you have a $1.50 credit.
I'm
I
sure if
have
you wait
full credit.
until when the
Wow.
next Big Eddie Murphy movie gets released in theaters, I'm sure Paramount will throw it back onto their Paramount Plus. So
Yeah.
Next week, Mark picked Tropic Thunder, which is on Paramount Plus.
I picked it also.
good
and
family
happily own
film.
it.
that's a good.
Talk about inappropriate. We'll talk about it next week. I'm Frank Gaffney. Watch a movie or be a part of one.
And with some popcorn.
Yeah, bonjour.